Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and welcome back to Tour de France 24, episode 34. Last time we were in a breakaway, had success, only got third on the stage, but we gained 5 minutes over the field, and as a result, suddenly find ourselves in 5th place. But Van Aert, who was also in that breakaway with us, likewise moved up significantly. He and I cracking the top 10, nobody else from that breakaway gaining anywhere enough time over what losses they had. Van Aert was already high place. He was 4th as it was. They let him in a breakaway, so we'll see on our next stage if they'll let me into a breakaway. We'll give it one shot early on, but if they chase it down, if they consider me a threat, then I will have to change focus and look at GC. We've got 2 big mountain stages coming up, but we've also got 2 sprint stages to bypass first. Stage 13 was a strange one. It's a sprint stage. I have seen that the team wants me to focus on points classification, so I suppose that had something to do with this, but Cockard, who on the previous stage only managed to finish 11th, the sprinter, couldn't sprint higher than 11th place. Myself, I got 10th on the following stage and pick up some points. 3 massive climbs here on this one. We've just started, but I have not yet had my attempt. Let's see what happens. We finally find some space. Can we get off the front? Can we be a breakaway rider still? Vanderpool is with me. Johannesson is already off the front. Hindley's already off front. We are 25 seconds ahead. I'm going to follow Vanderpool and see what happens. For now, the gap's going out quickly. They don't seem to care at the moment that I'm in the breakaway. 45 seconds. This might just work. 9 riders in all, 1 minute ahead for Vanderpool and I. I'm going to have to come through and take a quick turn on this one. A 10th, Argyle attacks. Gap still going out though.
Here's a teammate who has everything to prove. Versatility and excellence. 2 words to define the phenomenon that is Mathieu van der Poel. Several times cyclocross world champion, road race world champion. Winner of Milan-San Remo, the Tour of Flanders, Paris-Roubaix, but also winner of mountain bike World Cups. The Dutchman is a rider beyond compare. He's a good puncher. You must keep a close eye on him on short climbs.
So I had succeeded at getting into the breakaway. We were out to 2 minutes, but the peloton over the last couple kilometers very quickly pulled back 30 seconds on us. Are they going to let us go or not? Have they changed their mind?
He has ambitions for the polka dot jersey.
Okay, now 9 riders together. I'm going to have to sit up for a little bit to recover. The gap is down to 1:07, even though we're riding at 100%. So somehow, some way, the peloton has decided that we are a major threat and that they are not going to allow us to get away. You can see a lot of fatigue in the legs of the riders there who haven't done any work. My whole team is really feeling it, and we haven't even reached the Tourmalet. So it looks like after all said and done, they recalculated and were like, wait, no, we can't let this group or can't let that rider, and I might be that rider that they're talking about in terms of positionally. Hindley is 15th, but that's it. I'm the only one the only threat to any sort of like GC in terms of points. I'm so far behind on that one, but that could be a factor as well. We do have this sprint point coming up. Now Enric Mas has attacked the peloton. Like, really? But I have managed to recover. We have managed to pull out the gap just a little bit as we come up on the sprint point, which is going to be hard to take, but maybe.
He's the best sprinter in the group. Take his wheel if you want to score some points.
But Vanderpool's not in the sprint competition, is he? No, he's not. He might not care about it. He's only picked up 55 points. 2K to go. Gonna have to get up into position fairly soon. Okay, here we go, 1.5K. So accelerating now to get towards the front of the group. Less ground to cover. 1.2K. Oh, going early. Vanderpool has gone very early. I'm not going to win this one.
The SKPs will have difficulties going all the way to the finish.
Oh, he sat up. He sat up. I'm going to run out of red bar. I'm going to get it. I got it. Oh, I timed it right. Winning an intermediate sprint. There you go. We are back in the peloton, though. Just like that. Peloton chased us down. We sat up after. That couldn't have been a fight over the points classification. That's so weird. Do I want to attack again, or am I going to suddenly be... Peloton is already 30 seconds. 5 of us. 5 of us up the road, and the Peloton is going out. For now, they don't care about us being in the break, so this is good. Minute and a half. Minute 45. Holding there, starting to come back. 8 of us now. I'm just going to sit on, take the climb, take the advantage. If I can lead this climb, fantastic. If I'm back in the Peloton, so be it. But minute 45 and holding, and I'm coming up nearly full strength at the base of the Tourmalet. The Tourmalet. We're climbing the Tourmalet. Here it comes. 18.9 kilometers, and there's an attack, 7.4%. Go do. Quintana and I left behind instantly. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that, but we're going to set tempo and just chase them down. The other 2 are following me.
Going downhill, the aerodynamic position
7.4%, 18.9k. It's going to be a mega climb, and here they go again. I can't sit up. But the group is falling apart very quickly. Now it's 3. Peloton's just 55 seconds behind. There's not going to be much left of this group soon. But I can't yet. I can't let G and Johannesson go. Anything. I need to attack them and go solo. Alright, I need to lead the group for a little bit. I think that might have been why they were so intent on attacking. Suddenly we're down to 7 riders and a 1-minute gap over Peloton.
1 minute ahead of the yellow jersey.
Already there's riders out the back of the Peloton just at the base of the climb. It's going to be a long, long day for them. Alright, I have contributed. Are they going to come through and start taking turns? Looks like they are. Fortunato, at least. Fortunato, the only one working right now. Nobody else willing to work. Gap is slowly coming down. I'm going to have to come through and take another turn, but we're only 40 seconds ahead, and the kilometers aren't ticking by very quick. Everybody needs to use a gel, myself included. I was not contributing, but I somehow just decided to contribute. We are back in the Peloton. We have been caught. Alright, let's fix this double thing. We've got Cockard. Protect me, Toynes, protect McNulty.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
We'll sit on for a while. Approaching the halfway point on the climb, and the group is starting to thin. 120 riders left. 104 riders left. 87 riders left. Pace is lifted. 68 riders left. Now that it's thinned out, we're setting a much more steady tempo from here. A much more manageable tempo. Cockard and Toynes haven't even been dropped. Leading the KOM possibility still there. But we got to get a little bit closer to the top. We're back up to 88 riders. 5K from the summit. And here comes the attack. This is my time to go. Off the front, Simon Yates goes out first. We will follow him. And the 2 of us are half-minute ahead. I'm going to make him do the work, and then we'll attack him. 50 seconds ahead. We got a top 2. We got a top 2 on this climb.
Having finished
Pretty well locked down.
young rider in the 2017
let's go ahead and set up the red bar.
Yates confirmed his
Use that
potential
gel.
as a climber in 2018 by winning
It's still
3
working.
stages of the Tour of Italy and
Minute
by
15.
winning the general classification of the Vuelta.
Johannesson's out the back, so he's not going to gain any points today. And I'm a minute and a half ahead on my way towards possibly maximum points. Beating Simon Yates isn't easy, but making him do all the work, all the climbing right now, And having used my red gel, I should be able to attack him and finish this climb off. But for now, we're still pulling away from the peloton, and Yates is still doing all the work. So right now it makes sense for me to sit on. But Yates is going weaker and weaker and weaker on the work. I need to attack him fairly soon. Fairly soon. But the gap's still going out, so might as well follow a little bit longer. 2 minutes ahead. Still more than 2.2k from the top. Okay. Yeah, I think I want to go here fairly soon. Fairly soon? Not yet, but soon. 1.5. I want to go at 1.5. I think I can handle 1.5 climbing solo. Gap's not going anywhere right now. It's staying the same. Cockguard's dropped. Okay, here we go. Yates asking for me to take a turn. There's my turn. Full attack. Okay. 1k from the top. Yates, oh, chasing me down. He had something left. 500 meters.
The ascent of the Tourmalet
Yates fades.
will soon be over for the group at the front.
Yates fades. 15 seconds behind. Just outlasted him. Just outlasted him. It's because he did all that work. He didn't have much left. He's coming back at me now, but we're about to crest. Over the top of the Tourmalet first.
Otherwise you'll hit the wall. You were first over the top of the climb. That's good.
Okay, full switchbacks, but massive recovery needed. .255 ahead of the peloton. Wow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I tried to... There we go. It did not acknowledge that. I'm lucky I caught that. 16 members left, 79 riders there. McNulty is getting protected and looking pretty strong. We're 3 minutes ahead. It's not a big gap, though. Okay, I've been caught by Yates.
Taken the top spot of the climber standings. That's good. Keep it up.
Just like that, 20 points for the top, and Johannesson gets nothing. I'm now the leader. I'm now the leader of the King of the Mountains. Huge braking zone. Got that one just fine, though. 2:45 ahead of the peloton, by the way. Getting pretty close to done with my recovery. Recovery mostly done. We're going to get gels at the bottom here, too. 50k to go in the stage. It's a short stage. We are 2/3 of the way through it, but we're only 1/3 of the way through the climbs. But the Tourmalet was the biggest, the hardest. It's done. We're back out to 3 minutes ahead, so we're actually descending faster. But the descent is nearly done. But I don't want to ride. I want to just coast. Hopefully Yates will come through. I've done literally all the work on the descent. But 3.5 minutes ahead, so we've added a minute to our gap, and there's just 65 riders left in the peloton, and we are almost to the bottom.
They'll then head on towards the Urquette d'Ancizan.
Yates still won't work.
It will be difficult to increase the gap.
Alright, straight into a Cat 2. Here's the feed zone. Straight into a Cat 2.
His team is setting the pace
But we can't set that sort of tempo, so we're going to have to back off.
Speed up in front.
And I really love Yates to start contributing. I know I hung that to dry on the climb, but... So we got 3 riders out the back of the peloton. Everybody else is there. And everybody's got their feed zone. They should be about to the bottom now. So let's see how are they looking recovery wise. They've recovered. They have recovered, so they're looking good. No, they haven't even gone through the feed zone yet. I can count on full recovery again on the next descent. Maybe. But we've got a long climb ahead of us, and if I'm the only one working, I can only go so hard. Finally on to climb number 2, after literally doing all the work here and continually doing all the work. The Peloton's just starting to close us back in a little bit. They've pulled back about 10 seconds. 9.2k for this one, 4.8%. A nice little descent, short descent in the middle of it that I will be quite grateful for. I still have my gel. I'm going to need to use that gel. 36k to go. 3 minutes is a nice gap, but if Yates were working with me, I'd be feeling pretty good about us having a chance at taking this stage. But with zero help, no. No, I don't think I'm going to last alone that long. Gap down by another 5 seconds. About 1k up the climb now. He's just going to sit on. I'm going to accelerate for a little bit. This seems to be the place where you can kind of make the most time, lose the most time.
For the mountain classification, you're the best placed in the breakaway.
Toynes has come together with the Chasers, but the Chasers are 3.5 minutes behind the Peloton, and with just 57 riders, it's not stretched out. They're nowhere near contact. Oh, that was that. That was it, huh? Okay, recovery was less than I expected. But we aren't too far from the top, and we do still have the gel. So, but with the gap back out to 334, it's looking pretty good right now. I might not get first over the top of this climb. I'm less concerned about that right now than I am about keeping a healthy gap and setting up the final climb with some sort of chance, and still having a gel for the final climb. That's the big key on that one. Turgis gets dropped. I mean, you see just how big the gap is. I mean, he's still a full 2 minutes ahead of that group, and he's already lost 40 seconds from the point where he lost contact. 1k from the top. I've dropped Yates. Okay, Yates could not hang. We're gonna go solo to the top now. I don't want to burn my last little bit of energy though. Right now I kind of want to maintain the gap. I don't think this descent is gonna allow full recovery. I don't expect it to anyway. So having a little bit left in reserve will help me get back towards that full recovery. And with Yates out of the picture, it's another maximum points climb, 5, and descending. Right now I think the recovery is more important than getting that little bit of extra acceleration. No, I'm 3 minutes ahead. I think having more energy for the climb right now is the biggest thing. So I'm going to barely do any pedaling on this descent. $20k from the finish. Ooh, now it's technical. Alright, we've reached the bottom. Backing off, setting a tempo that I can manage. 3 minutes ahead of the Peloton. Yates is already 1.25 minutes behind. We are in a valley though, and then we've got a climb to come. So I have no help, no support. I can only go so hard from here. This is where the Peloton is going to have an advantage, because there's got to be a few riders in that Peloton that can put their foot down. Van Aert's still there for now, so he has not been dropped. I've got a healthy advantage. I'm looking at a good result no matter what today, but solo. So it was hard. 14.5K. Big climb coming. I just gotta go time trial from here. It's already down to 2.5 minutes. They're coming pretty fast.
Allez, vas-y, continue, continue. Continue comme ça. Vas-y, oui, oui.
I'm assuming they've reached the bottom now. 2.25 minutes already. Down to 4 guys. And here we are again, not protecting McNulty. Let's fix that. Okay, and they did not get much recovery at all. That's going to be a big thing to watch out for, is look how weak these riders are. You know, if that's what our team did,
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
you know that the AI's done something similar. So there's a lot of riders on low energy right now. Chances of a stage win are quite minimal with a small gap and no support. Yates really screwed me on that one. But I think I had a much better recovery than most of the riders. Problem being is I'm having to ride really slow in comparison right now, and jeez, really? Couldn't make that turn. Couldn't make that turn. Lost about 10-15 seconds there.
You're 1 minute 30 ahead of the group with the favorites. The yellow jersey is 1 minute 30 away from you.
The front of the race is beginning the final ascent
Here we go.
of this stage. The climb towards Pladadi, a little over 10 kilometers before reaching the line. The
10K
climb to
banner.
Pladadi is very steep, right from the first kilometers. It easily exceeds 10%. It's only in the last 3 kilometers that the slope becomes a little more bearable.
10.4K, 8.5% for the climb, and we're ramping up right now. The real climb begins from here. We're already at 7.5%. Now over 8.
Favorites is 1 minute away.
Now 9. Now 10.
1 minute lead over the yellow
12.
jersey.
So we're hovering around kind of a 10 to 12 range for the most part. 9 to 12 range through here. And it's going to stay steep. A lot of switchbacks. Just 44 riders now.
You're
Piccanzoli's
ahead
been
of the
dropped.
group with the favorites by 30 seconds.
Let me make sure we've got protection for
You
McNulty.
have
We do
30
not.
seconds lead on the
Let's
yellow
tell him to
jersey.
use his gel. And let's get him protection. I'm higher placed in the GC, so I am going to be having him ride for me.
The yellow jersey
And I'm
has
back
just
in the
joined
peloton
up with the
of
lead
just
group.
40 riders.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
Almeida coming through. Van Aert. Landa. So Van Aert's still here. And we're starting to see an acceleration from the yellow jersey wearer. Down to 36. Ayuso out the back. Ciccone out the back. 34 left. One by one, riders are just slipping right out the back. Gil Martin, Danny Martinez, Caruso. Ucha Brooks is dropped down to 22. Gall out the back. McNulty fading. Tempo lifting. Tempo is lifting. I'm definitely not going to be the one riding here. Oh, this game. Sepp Kuss has been dropped. Oh, getting control here. Oh. Lost control after I still had control.
5 kilometers for the lead riders.
5K from the top. Haig and McNulty have gone out. We got 18 left. And it's going to cost McNulty some time. I am getting low on energy.
Try
I'm going to have to start climbing tempo soon.
Don't blow up before the line.
That group's going to go clear. I'm going to let him. Vingegaard's going to have to bridge the gap. Bilbao's going to have to bridge the gap. There goes somebody, plus Bilbao attacking. We're almost done with the steepest portion. It's going to flatten out for a bit. But I'm definitely not amongst the strongest climbers, which we already knew. And I've been in the breakaway all day. So Landa gets dropped. Pidcock, Bernal. Vlasov.
The breakaway increased its lead on the yellow jersey group.
And I can follow Vlasov.
At less than 3 kilometers from the
15th
finish,
on the road
nothing
right
is
now.
guaranteed for the man in front. He's still under threat of being caught by his
Almeida's
pursuers.
behind me now, 14th on the road.
The yellow jersey group is 1 minute from the head of the race.
Following Vlasov. I want to follow him through this section. There's a lot of seconds gained or lost through this little section, so following Vlasov for now. I'll set my own tempo when I need to. Pogacar's now clear at the front. Bilbao, and then a chase group of 7, and then I'm in that no man's land in between. We're all in 1s and 2s after that. Just gotta watch his tempo, and then I'll have to back off and set my own here shortly, but following is making it a little easier.
He should manage a win. The head of the
Okay,
race has 1.5
down to my
minutes
tempo.
lead on the yellow jersey.
Pogacar takes the win. No surprise. And he takes a big win. He takes a big win. Way ahead of Evenepoel, who comes across just ahead of Vingegaard. Then Roglic. Roglic is going to move up the standings quite a bit. Bilbao gets 5th. I'm currently going backwards. Landa's caught me. Adam Yates is 6th. Final 500 meters for me. Van Aert is 7th. Carapaz 8th. Hindley is 9th. Thomas is 10th. Rodriguez 11th. Bardet is 12th. Almeida is 13th.
Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the
Vlasov,
wall.
myself. McNulty's got nothing in the tank, so we'll let him finish. He's got 700 meters. The big mountains have exposed our weaknesses, for sure. But I did get some really good KOM points, and I got put down enough that it turns out that my original objective is still applicable. I might be out of the top 10, I might not after that, but either way, it makes that KOM more possible, and it still makes a good GC finish fairly likely. It makes the breakaway a lot easier to succeed, because it could have been the fact that I was sitting 5th overall that the breakaway never had a substantial advantage on the day. But Yates really hurt me on that stage. So I have claimed polka dots. Even though I did not get that final climb. The points over the previous were enough. So I was 16th on the stage, 4:47 down. Pogacar was a full minute ahead of everybody else. It was 2.5 already to Yates. It was 3 to Van Aert. And then I was another minute and a half further behind. So definitely going the wrong direction. McNulty was 22nd, 7:14 down. It's not going to be good for our GC hopes for either one of us. I mean, we both went the wrong direction. But 25 points on the day for the KOM was only one better than Pogacar. But Johannesson got 0 points on the day. So that's going to make a big swing. And I had a good amount of points. These guys did not, but we'll have to kind of watch how things go with stages to come on what the best opportunities, what the best moments are to try to go on the attack. But that was a huge stage for us. Largely successful other than the time loss at the end, hurting GC hopes, but we didn't come for the GC hopes. And I didn't come for this constant log out of of the control. That's, still got the light. Still got the light. It's not disconnected. So the new GC picture has not changed as much as you would think. Van Aert still leads, but Pogacar is just 17 seconds behind. Evenepoel, minute 11. Vingegaard, 2:41, and then a huge jump after the top four. Bilbao is 6:02. I'm still 6th at 8:43 down. Thomas is 9:02 just behind me, and then there's a lot of riders that are close. Roglic, Rodriguez, Carapaz, Bardet are all close. Vlasov then is where it expands, 13.5. McNulty's still 13th, still ready to earn some pretty solid points for the team at 15 minutes down overall. In the KOM, I have a 10-point lead over Johannesson, who scored 0 on the day, so we overcame a fairly big deficit. It's those big Arscat climbs that really do it. But Pogacar also has 41. Most of that came in the stage today, but he still has 41. You really got to watch out. He's entirely capable of winning the King of the Mountains as well. It's going to take some work. We're going to have to be strategic. Got to keep an eye on what the options are ahead. We got to hope for some climbs early worth a lot of points, not necessarily big finish climbs only, where he's going to go and win that. And yeah, we'll be in trouble on those kind of stages. Points, too far down. Still, every gain we make is offset by, some sprint stage or intermediate where they go and claim it. So we're just too far down there. Still second in the young rider, still 5th as a team. The gap way further behind, but the gap behind us is just about the same as it was. Combativity moved up the order a lot. Really moved up the order a lot. And G didn't do very well, and he is fatigued at this point. He did not gain much. He was already 1,300 something, but he's now 1,394. It was kind of a short stage, so he only gained so much. Definitely gained. Definitely closed the gap. It's still way, way behind. That is going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.